messages?
Psychic reading on the unfortunate passing of Angie Stone. May her soul rest in peace. She had passed in a car accident. So sending condolences to her family. We know you guys have a few questions about Angie Stone, so we're going to go into that. But welcome to our YouTube channel. We are Trinity Oracles. We are actually a real trio of psychic sisters. I'm Jazzer, this is Erica, and actually Candace is in her place doing psychic readings right now. Enroll in the Oracle Card Readers Academy. You can learn how to read cards just like one of the Trinity Oracles, and make sure to join our Patreon where you can see readings and channelings that we cannot put on YouTube. And we just did one on the Appalachian Mountains Haunted. We also went in depth about fibroids and what Spirit had to say about that. So let's rock and roll. One of the biggest questions that people are wondering is Angie Stone was actually suing, I think it's Universal Music Group, and
for her royalties.
Yeah, and people were wondering, was this a setup?
Yes.
Did they unfortunately, we'll just leave it as, was this a setup?
Or was it just her time to pass?
Let's hear from Miss Angie Stone. First thing I got, she did, okay, first thing she said, please tell my fans I passed peacefully. Number two, she says this was actually not a setup. She goes, a lot of you guys will think that it's a setup, but she goes, it actually was not a setup. Yep.
She passed very, very quickly. Like, her soul was like, boop, okay, I'm on the other side. She does not like the fact that she did pass away because she felt like it was not her time to go. But she has accepted that she has passed away and it was just time for her to go.
Exactly. They also said, she keeps saying, she goes, I regretted my time in the limelight. She goes, I wish I would have just kept music as a hobby versus being hurt and in pain in being in the music industry because of things that were done to her, like her not getting her royalties, people allegedly using her. Like, I think she's in a lawsuit because, like I said, she wants to get her royalties from Universal Music Group. There's been a couple of other, what do you say, Bruno Mars hasn't paid her money.
Bruno Mars. Yeah, he used her song Skate, I think, and he hasn't paid her. And she's like, he told me he was going to pay me, but he hasn't paid me. That was like a couple years ago.
Yeah, so she's talked about a lot of mistreatment by others, alleged mistreatment by others in the industry.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so she does say, she said, gosh, one of the things I do regret, she's like, I love that I had fans and I love that I, impacted a lot of people's lives and I left a legacy. But at the same time, she's like, you know what? I really regret busting my behind in the music industry and not getting the credits, the ovations, the awards. And she goes, as a matter of fact, respect. She goes, absolutely. I did not get the respect that was warranted. And she goes, I would have just kept music as a hobby. I'm curious, did she have an affinity for working with kids? Because she's like, I would have loved to just work with kids. Almost like, I don't want to say like a social worker, but like looking out for children, daycare, kindergarten teachers, stuff like that. She's like, I would have did a more subtle life.
And she also said she had so much discrimination against her in the industry due to, she's like, not having the look that they wanted. Like, they didn't let me go as far as because I was so talented, they didn't let me go as far as I should have because they didn't like the way I looked. So she's like, I was kept in the background a lot.
Wow. She said they really would. She said if I had the right people behind me, she said I could have been as big a star as Beyonce. Yep. And you know what she says? Look at Adele and look at me. She's a big girl. The only differences are, and I hate to bring up racism,
the skin color.
But the skin color. That's what she said. She's like, I could have been as big of a star. She even brings up like other past heavyweights, Anita Baker, Aretha Franklin. Like, they keep showing her like bringing up people in the past that may have not fit societies, or she goes, the music industry, it ain't society. She's like, the music industry set the norms and TV and stuff, but she's like, I didn't fit their norms. But she's like, I could have been as big as Beyonce, Adele, the Anita Bakers and stuff like that if they would have just let me. Because she's like, people love me. She's like, I was like a magnet.
Absolutely. Okay. So someone asked a question, does she have any message for younger artists or her family?
Wow.
I guess we kind of already answered already. Any messages? She said, get a lawyer. That's the first I heard loud and clear. She said, get a lawyer, get 1 or 2, 3 lawyers to look over your paperwork. She said, all they want to do is screw you over. She also said that people should stop trying to get into the music industry and just have their own like private labels or just do local shows, because she's like, the fame is not worth it. She goes, the stress isn't worth it. So she's like, just keep music to yourself. She's like, it's not worth it.
Exactly. But she's like, you guys ain't gonna listen to me anyway. So she said, please watch your back. She's like, get lawyered up. And you know what she keeps saying? She's like, do not use the lawyers that are in the industry. Like, do not use the lawyers that work with
the big companies.
The big companies. So say if, like if they offer you a lawyer, she's like, don't take it. Go get your own. Go get your own. So that's what she's bringing up. She goes, there's going to be lots of new stars that I'm going to be guiding them. So from the other side. So there could be some music that is released from maybe Angie Stone's family or maybe her record label or whatnot, but they keep bringing up there's going to be music being re-released, but from Angie Stone, or not from Angie Stone, but from whomever is running her things. There'll be re-released music, and I think there's going to be some music that maybe you guys didn't hear about that is going to re-released, or not re-released, but put out.
Since her family though, I don't know. I think she has a daughter. I think so.
I think she has a son too with D'Angelo.
Okay, son and a daughter. She's saying that her daughter. I don't know if her daughter's in the industry or in the music or something like that, but she's bringing up that her daughter is going to continue to pursue to get her money, and she's like, "I'm telling my daughter to continue to try to get my money." But she's like, "Keep going. It's going to be a long battle, but you will end up getting a prize." So
yeah, so she has two. It is Michael and Diamond.
Okay. Okay. So next question is: will her family be getting any money from the lawsuits that she was actually, all these lawsuits that she had when she was actually alive? Will she be getting anything, and from her royalties? They're gonna get some, but not what they deserve. Unfortunately. So they're gonna get something, not what she deserves. Unfortunately. But she keeps bringing up a long battle to get what she deserves for the work that she did in the industry.
Exactly. But they did say because of her recent death and because of all the stuff that's coming out publicly, it's like puts her family in a good position. Yep. Okay.
So will Miss Angie Stone be reincarnating?
Oh, wow.
How do I know that? She's like, nope. I heard that loud because she was like, nope. No, she's gonna be on the other side working with kids. And they said working with kids, working with musicians, that's where her heart is, just being in the background. She doesn't want to be in the forefront anymore. She's like, I'm not about that life anymore. I'm just gonna stay over here.
She says, I'm gonna be working with families of talented young kids who are trying to break into the industry. Yep, she's like a lot. And she goes, we gotta protect the youth. We gotta protect the youth. Yep, but you know what? There's also other people, not only her family, but they said there's other people that are going to be stepping up to help her family win the case. The public may not hear about it, but there will be people like, hey, we're going to help you out, so.
Okay. So, any last message you guys heard?
Let me see here. Other than that, she keeps saying just watch you guys is back in the industry. She's like, yeah, I made a bunch of money and I got to live the life that I wanted to live. I'm curious if she did not have the right lawyers from the jump.
That's what I got. That's what I got. Because she keeps saying she goes bad. That's what I heard. She's like bad lawyers, bad paperwork, not paying attention. So she's like, she's in the industry a very long time.
Yeah, and they show her like being so eager-minded. Yeah, but she's like, other than that, just stay lawyered up. She's like, families, please watch your talent managers. I don't know what she means by that because we're not in the industry. But she's like, please watch your talent managers. But she says she's like going like this, blowing kisses to all her fans. She's like, thank you for all the support. She goes, my family is going to bounce back. I am on the front lines with them every single second that they are breathing.
She said someone's gonna be doing like a movie about her. So I don't know if it's her family maybe, or some a fan of hers. Someone's gonna be doing a movie about her.
And it's funny.
She said it's well deserved. She said because she's like I did so much in the industry and people didn't know, and she's like I like the fact that I'm gonna get the credit I deserve.
Exactly. And they said this like biopic or semi-biopic will be well received by the public.
They said people respect her as an actual like musician and as a musical genius because she actually was a musical genius. People didn't know. So,
but you know what's so funny? Well, I'm not gonna say it. I'll just leave it alone. She's like, be quiet. She told me something, but she's like, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. But anyways, other than that, she is at peace. She has transitioned safely. Is her father deceased?
I have no clue.
Because she keeps showing, like, I'm gonna see if her father's deceased, because she keeps showing this male beside her, and she keeps saying, like, entertainment. So hold on, let me see if her father's deceased.
She's really chilling though. Like, she's really like chilling, just like living her best life over there.
Yeah. She's already singing up there. Okay, she shows her father, because she gets from father entertainment. So she shows herself up there with her father, like next to her. Yep. He was like, he was one of the first ones there to get me.
She said, Jaguar, right, you go, girl.
Oh.
I was like, oh, God. That's what she said. Good. Oh, my God. I wonder if they related or something, or I don't know.
Well, they probably knew of each other. Everybody knows each other in the industry, I'm assuming.
You go, girl. She said that she actually wishes, one of her wishes that the music industry actually dies. She's like, that's how evil the music industry is. I just wish it would die.
Really?
Yeah, she chose it going in flames. She said it never will, but that's how I hope it will be. Because she's like, it's just an evil place to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, book your own personal reading. I do pet readings. Jocelyn's doing her 2025, 2026.
Personalized yearly forecast. We all do card readings, but we also have like subspecialty readings, all right? So if you guys want to do a pet reading, go with Erica. Candace says dream interpretation. Yeah, Candace says card readings and dream interpretation. I do energy work, a little mediumship, some mediumship, and I read the cards too. And yeah, book your 2025, 2026 forecast and get a year ahead. Other than that, that's everything.
Bye.
Angie Stone, rest in peace.
Yes.
Bye-bye.